Hey, gun people! Well, some more stuff coming out. I mean, this is a case on Rayshard Brooks. Somehow George Floyd is in the title. That's to confuse you pesky, ignorant, tax-paying citizens that can't read between the lines and believe what media puts out. So they did an article at the Daily Mail on Mr. Rayshard Brooks, 27-year-old, took off a stun gun, tried to flee. And when I looked for criminal history or background, it's kind of hard to find. But I did find it. So let's take a look at what nobody's reporting here. So here's Mr. Brooks. Hey, he was nice and polite. Some of the nicest and politest people I've met are people on parole, people carrying dope, people having guns. They don't want to escalate unless they know they're going to jail. So although he was a nice guy, I don't think he should have been killed. I got to say it like 1,000 times. I don't think he should have been killed for sleeping in a drive-thru. People are saying he took a nap, he was sleeping. He passed out. Nobody takes a nap in a freaking drive-thru. They pass out. And his whole FST showed that he was clearly under the influence. Although he was a polite drunk, he wasn't a mean drunk until you try to take him to jail. Then he's going to beat up 2 cops, take their taser, and fire it at one of the cops. But anyway, I digress. Let's kind of stick to this video here. So Giuliani, I guess, is in some shit because he said we need to wait for all the facts. Imagine that. Stupid. Just crazy wanting all the facts. Nice picture of him smiling. Nice guy. Giuliani. This is not George Floyd. A video appears to present circumstances which may, he's a lawyer, he uses terms like possible, allegedly, appears, always ways to leave yourself out so somebody can't say, well, you said it did justify. No, I said it appears there were some present circumstances which may have justified this force. So, only responsible position, suspend judgment until further investigation. You can't tell them. They're in the middle of burning down freaking Wendy's 2 seconds after it happened. Let's see here. This is Ben Carson. I don't know what he said. Ben Carson's similar viewpoint telling Fox circumstances of death are not clear-cut. Good for him. He didn't jump on hate white officers. I'm not even sure if this guy's white. But it doesn't matter if you look even sort of white. Yeah, I mean, what do they call, who was the guy they called Zimmerman? He was a white Hispanic. Dude's got a last name of Zimmerman, first of Jose Manuel, and they call him a white Hispanic. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Anyway, white police chief, but she's not white because she's a female and you can't use color because she's a protected class. She's protected female and she's got a haircut, what may put her in another protected class, meaning she doesn't know which bathroom she's using, but we won't go there. Let's go, let's see. Here's the FSTs. Here is the great protesters burning down Wendy's. And there's Wendy's on fire. And all these people who took time off from work, took time away from their study and their doctor books to become the future doctors of America, to come out here and to dress up and to bring their child so they will learn how to do this in 10 or 15 years when they're older. So we're out here burning up Wendy's, which I find kind of funny, because weak-ass Wendy's, when they gave the Trump re-election campaign, somehow they guilted him into saying you're a racist white man. So what did Wendy's do? Well, now remember the source here. This is CNN reporting this. Wendy's decided to give $500,000 donation to social justice organizations. Aww. Because it's hurting racism in black people. We're not racist, see? That's what kills me about this racist crap. I mean, you gotta prove that you're not racist, and you can't prove it. How do you prove you're not racist? I have black friends. That doesn't make you not a racist. I let black people go when they commit crimes. That doesn't make you not a racist. I give money to black organizations. That doesn't make you not a... Is there a way to get certified that you're not a racist? I mean, if there's a process out there, I'd like to know. Because I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. If you're white and you do anything to disagree with anybody in the black community, even if they're committing crimes and killing people, you're a racist. It doesn't matter what you do. So Wendy's, thanks for the $500 grand. You could have used that money to rebuild your store. And now when Wendy's doesn't rebuild in this area, they're going to say they're racist again, even though they can find, maybe they can extort, talk them into giving another 500 grand so they won't call them a racist. It's outrageous. But back to the riots. Protests, looting, burning, whatever you want to call it, CNN. Rest in peace, Rayshard. Here's Wendy's. We burnt it down for it. We can't eat here now. There's no place for regular, decent people to eat. We're going to burn it down in your name because you got drunk. You drove. You passed out in the drive-thru. You fought with the cops. You took their taser and you could have gotten away. And those mean cops, how dare they try to take you into custody and they shoot you because you turned and fired a taser at them. How dare they? Black Lives Matter! I said it. That should get me past the censorship, maybe. Here's another great citizens. Where are these people working? Why are they not in uniform? Well, they are in uniform. They got their bandanas, and they're holding up Black Power. But that's not racist. If an Aryan Nation guy walked through here, held up his hand and said white power, that would be racist. Holding up a fist, being a black person, not racist. Come on, people, try to keep up. Wendy's, nice little white woman. That's probably why they burned it down. Wendy's will be changing it now. Can't have a white woman on your store. Burning the bush. Somebody gonna come in here praying. Oh my God, it's a burning bush. It's a miracle. All right, whatever. Rick, you shouldn't make whatever. Prosecute the police. Even when the police are right, let's prosecute them. Even when they do something good, let's prosecute them. Because we don't want the police stopping us when we're committing crimes. Rest in peace, Rayshard. Look at pretty Wendy's glowing in the night, smoke. Hell, I think I can almost smell burgers and fries right now. Burn. Can y'all smell that? It smells a little like bullshit, but it almost be like burger. And here's all these nice people here. I wonder what kind of idiots here. Does everybody notice the young, liberal, millennial, non-educated or in college to get a degree and, putting a rubber on a banana 101, whatever they get a degree now in, which creates social justice, what bathroom to use, how many bathrooms is appropriate, what pronoun to use, because nobody knows how to use a pronoun. This is what they're learning in college, and they come out here and say Black Lives Matter. If Black Lives matter so much, why don't you move to where all black people are? See, that's why I call them hypocrites. All these people, they won't walk through the neighborhoods that I work. They won't walk through Richmond, California, Oakland, East Palo Alto. They won't walk through those areas at night. Being white, I don't care if they have a BLM sign. They'll leave with no clothes and no white. Rick, you can't say that. I can look at the crime stats, and I've responded, and I can tell you I know cops that work in those places, and that's what happens when a white guy. And you know what happens when a white guy walks through those neighborhoods and gets robbed? They tell the white guy, man, you were in the wrong neighborhood. You shouldn't have been here. Really? If you tell a black man that in a white neighborhood, you're racist. I'm trying to educate you guys. Look at this fine specimen of a proud woman out here representing Black Lives Matter. Ooh, wow. And here's Illinois State Police with their funny little hats and their donut certificates. What do we got here? Sergeant here arresting another man. Jesus Christ. That's a black officer there. So he won't get in trouble. That's a black officer. He won't get in trouble. Isn't it okay now to identify as black? Didn't they say you could? Wasn't there a couple of liberal left wings that identified as an American Indian and identified as a black person, frisked their hair up and said, I'm black, when actually they aren't black and they got no black, but it was okay because they were a liberal Democrat? Cops ought to all go and say, I identify as black. Every paperwork when you buy a gun ought to be African American. Make the government think that everybody that's African Americans buying a gun. That'll make them nervous. Because gun control is really racist. I'm not into fake racism, but gun control is extremely racist. Liberals don't want their constituents, black people, having guns. Because if you look at Chicago and everywhere else, they're killing too many black people by black people with guns. We got to get the guns out of the black people's hands. But Rick, we can't say that because we're liberal and we play like, we act like, we really love the black community. So we have to make it the gun problem. It's the black gun problem. It's not a black people problem because we can't say that. But that's what it is. Wendy's, rest in peace. Look at all the windows broken out. That 500 grand didn't buy you. Man, if you're going to pay 500 grand Vic to the Black Lives Matter, you would think you did some protection for that money. It didn't help Wendy's at all. This little white girl just got burnt up. Ooh, doggies. Black Lives Matter. I don't know what that is. F-O more? What? O-E Mook? I don't know what that is. That's probably some gang. There's probably a lot of gang stuff here. I'll get into that in a minute. Look at Wendy's. Such a nice place. This is what you get when you call the police on a black man. That's what we're going to do to you. You don't call the police on us. Black Lives Matter. We're out here to fight for George Floyd. Rayshard. Videos already covered all that. Here's Mr. Rayshard from his Facebook page. For those that don't know it, that is a gang sign. I'm thinking it might be blood, because normally Crip has a C, but I'm not sure on this hand sign. So, different areas have different ones, but this is absolutely a gang sign. This is not peace. This is not a fist for the brotherhood. This is a gang sign. But Rick, you're trying to say he's a gang member, and that shouldn't matter. It didn't matter. The guy was a nice guy. Nice fur coat, dude. Think of the poor little animals. Where's PETA? Where's everybody? Rick, you can't. It's okay. He can wear fur because Black Lives Matter, and they can wear fur. Okay, I got it. Climbing on police cars? No, that won't get you shot. No, that's a good idea. Yeah, we're protesting cops out of control, so we're going to climb on police cars. That's a great philosophy. All these people scattering. I don't know what the hell this guy's got. He's got a freaking Terminator gun. I think that's it's a rotor. Basically, it's a big revolver with a pistol grip, and there's shells in each one of those that spin around. I think in the military, they shoot actual M203. What is that, a 40 Mike? I might be off. It's been a while. But we used to have the old M79, which is a single shot break open, and that's how we fired our 40 Mike. But as I was getting out, they were coming out with these fancy rotation semi-automatic. Damn, GIs are spoiled now. Okay, here we go. More people out there taking time off from work. I can't breathe. This guy's in a lot of pictures. So he's running around getting in a lot of pictures, you'll notice. These are more pictures of the fight. This is one article from Daily Mail. You probably won't see any of this in a government-controlled. This lady here, Justice for Rayshard, Black Lives Matter. She got her phone number right here. I already tried to call it. If you guys want to try, you can. It went straight to disconnect. So it's a fake number, or she was paid to write it on there. When you protest, they say write your number, so in case you get killed or get in custody, you'll have somebody to call. Either everybody's already called it like I did, because as soon as I called it, I blocked my number and I dialed that shit. I wanted to talk to this idiot, but the phone went immediately to disconnect, like it was a robocall or something. Anyway, killer Rayshard, what? Oh, Atlanta police killed Rayshard Brooks. But where's the sign that says Rayshard Brooks fought with the cops, was driving drunk, fell asleep, and took an officer's taser and tried to shoot him? Where's that sign? Rick, you can't say that. Black Lives Matter. Okay, I got it. So how do we make racism connected to Trump? I don't know. Just throw his name in there. Let's throw Trump's name in with KKK racist, and we'll say no Trump. How the hell does Trump get into an cops? I mean, this is how crazy the left is about lying about somebody. And if they can connect you to racism, you got all kind of white guilt that'll say, "Oh, I can't be connected to that. I don't even want to be close to that. Oh my God, I don't want to be called." They were talking about on the radio this morning. Everybody's really afraid now to be called racism, so nobody wants to say anything against BLM because you'll be called I don't care if you call me a racist. I know it ain't true. I don't care if you call me an asshole. Hell, maybe that's more true than calling me a racist. But I mean, what? It's a freaking name. I don't care. People are scared of this shit, and you give people power over you. If I call you a weak female and you're a strong female, that won't hurt you. If you're weak, it's going to crush you, and you're going to say it's mean and sexist, and how could you do that? And I'm strong, and I'm powerful, and I'm going to go tell somebody that you were mean to me. See the difference? It doesn't matter, people. Quit trying to appease people that you're not going to appease. They're just trying to control you with bullshit. So, this guy in his car, probably trying to get to work, ain't doing nothing wrong, stopped, blocking traffic. This is a good way to get people to believe that Black Lives Matter and that you guys that are holding these signs and doing these rallies and stopping people from going to work, this is the way to win them over. Any of you people read Hearts and Minds? I know it's tough. You're studying to be a doctor, but put down a doctor book and read Hearts and Minds, and you might figure out why this shit is not a good opportunity or way to go. Where are these kids at? Well, here's some kids right here, future kids learning how to riot. Let's see here. What else we got? Trust me, I graduated from HBCU, Lincoln University. I don't know what that is. Somebody's probably going to tell me I'm crazy or I'm stupid for not knowing. I'm sorry, I've never heard of that. Defund the police. Look at you running around. Defund the police. Really? Here's my child. I got to bring him here. In case the cops start pepper spraying or shooting and my kid gets hit, I can get a lot of money. So let me bring my kid to a dangerous riot, and we'll call it a protest. And then when we throw stuff at the cops and the cops try to arrest and hurt somebody and my kid gets hurt, I can get free money. More money, more money. Gotta love it. Let's see. I want black people to be free. Really? Really, dude? Why aren't you in other places where they still have slavery? Why aren't you in South Africa where they're locking up white people and taking their land? Why aren't you there? Oh, Rick, he can't do that. That would be racist. Taking white people's land is a good thing. Okay, I got it. Same guy that I keep pointing out. He's from that university. He's in a lot of the pictures. We will not be silent. Good Lord, man. Put a mask on. Put a bag on. Be silent. Please. Rayshard Brooks. Same guy. Instigating, kind of the leader. These are the guys that cops target. When you make yourself out and you're in everything by the speakers, that's when cops look at it as you're inciting a riot or leading. Rick, they're just doing that because he's black. Well, everybody's here is black. I mean, if everybody's black, how can you not do anything? Well, that's what they want, Rick. I mean, if you're on a highway and there's 1,000 cars speeding, you should stop everybody but black people who are speeding. Okay, I got it. I'm figuring this out. This is a big trooper, man. These guys look small compared to him, and these guys don't look that small. That hat makes him look taller. That's an intimidation uniform. Guess he's Georgia State Police. Not sure what he's doing. This guy looks pretty anal retentive. Look at that. Look at that face. I am robot. I will arrest. I will pull my taser. Do not mess with me. I have nice cool hat. Okay, here's this guy. Rick, why are you picking on the white guy? I'm not picking on color. I'm picking on shit I see. That don't make no damn sense. Make it home. I don't know what that means. This girl's upset Wendy's got burnt down. I bet you she was like saying, don't burn it down. I'll protect it. Don't burn it down. She's walking down the street. Most exercise she got and all. Rick, why are you? I'm just saying. This guy's got hands up, don't shoot. This guy, I don't know if he's talking or this is a bad shot, but he almost looks like he's saying, let's draw from Westworld. I don't know where this is. Israel United in Christ. I don't know what that is. That I'm going to have all the Jew people here. They're Jews. They're hate. I had all kind of comments when I brought up the Jews. Is Israel connected to the Jews, or is this a different Islam? Because it doesn't say Islam United in Christ, but they're all wearing purple. I don't know. Shit. I'm just asking people. Let's see here. What's this? The American dream for an African American's nightmare. It's a free country. If it's so bad here, why wouldn't you? If I was this miserable that my entire life was to go burn down buildings and to complain, I would leave. I mean, I just don't get it. Let's see. His name, say it. I try to make out, when I look at pictures, I try to make out tattoos and kind of read into people. I don't know what, that little fishy thing, I think that's a Christian thing. But it almost looks like somebody's going to say, it's Jewish writing, Rick, Hebrew, whatever. I don't know what it is. I can't make it out and I can't read it. Justice. Justice for Rayshard. My goodness. Hang on, I got his criminal history come, people. I'm trying to get through these pictures. All these people took time off work. The least we can do is show efforts that we appreciate. I am. That must be a group I didn't hear of. Defund the police. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, government will always take away. Here's a couple people ain't even involved. These are the two that were ripped out by the 5 black officers and 1 white officer, and they fired 2 of them. Remember when they ripped them out of the car during the protests? Let's see. And a police chief, she resigns. See ya. Wouldn't want to be you. Oh, by the way, her resignation, she's still getting paid. She's still not going to be police chief. When police chiefs are hired, they're given like a 4-year contract, and they get a balloon payment if they quit before then. They get a balloon payment if they're fired before then. And then they get a balloon payment if they sign on after that. So when you see police chiefs and you think, wow, they're really good. No, no, no. They're political appointees, and they're either scapegoats or they keep them around so they can't get called mean names for not hiring women and minorities or protected class or everybody but a white person, white male, basically. All right, there she is, police chief. Okay, so let's talk to criminal history. So here is Mr. Rayshard Brooks, and amazingly, just by chance, Mr. Brooks, Georgia prison, has an arrest for inmate on Rayshard Brooks. Rick, you can't say that. It's not fair. Look, people, it is fair. I've said it before. You can't judge a person who has done nothing but good in the community, and he goes out and he makes a mistake, and he runs over a kid, and the kid dies, and it was an accident because the sun was in his eyes, and he's never done anything wrong, versus you get a guy who's been in and out of prison 13 times. He's been a drain on society. He's been getting free medical, free food, free housing, used up court system, free attorney fees, free legal fees. He's been nothing but a drain on society. He goes out, uses drugs, and kills the same person in the same place. And you people want to say, it doesn't matter what his past is. Well, that's because you're an idiot. I mean, that's just crazy. Rayshard Brooks, for some reason, Georgia prisons is racist and has a criminal history on this guy. Let's see. False imprisonment. Okay, for those that don't know, false imprisonment is a lower charge of kidnapping, which means he probably kidnapped somebody and they pled it down to false imprisonment. What we got here? Here's some AKAs from Mr. Brooks. And Rick, how many names this guy's got? Well, he's got Rayshad, Ray Antonio, he's got Ray Paz, he's got Rayshard, and he's got Rayshard. So, why does he have all these names? When somebody is committing crimes and they have large criminal histories, every time they're contacted by the police, they give a fake name. Because they don't want the cops to know who they're dealing with, because they either have a warrant, they're on parole, they don't want to tell the cops. So if I pull Mr. Brooks over and he gives me his name as Ray Paz, and then later I find out he's got a warrant under Rayshard, and now he gave me this false name, now Ray Paz becomes an AKA, meaning also known as, meaning that's an alias. That's a fake name that he gives to cops. So next time an officer runs and he uses Ray Paz, the cop will go, oh, we have a Ray Paz Brooks. He's also known as Rayshard. Rayshard has a warrant. You may have Rayshard. And then we'll confirm that that's who Rayshard is. So how does a person get 6 different names? He gives a lot of fake names to the cops, and they become AKAs. Rick, that's not fair. You're just picking on him because he couldn't remember his name and he was working hard, and because he didn't get good sleep and he gave a fake name, you want to make him out to be a criminal. Okay. Well, keep watching CNN. Here's another crime, simple battery. Wow. 12 months. If he got simple battery, it was probably aggravated battery, and it got pled down to simple battery. Cruelty to children. Whoa. Got 12 months. False imprisonment. That's the 7 years for false imprisonment. Family violence battery. But Rick, he's got a wife, and he was seeing his girlfriend in a hotel, and he was visiting his mom's grave, and it was his kid's birthday, and the cops shot him because he fell asleep. No, that's the CNN narrative. What really means is he's been in and out of jail, he beats his wife, he cheats on his wife, he was in a hotel room, he was drunk, he was driving, he fought with the cops, he took their taser, and he's tried to shoot the cops with their own taser. That's what really happened, but you keep watching CNN, because you'll be informed. What the? Theft of, I'm assuming this is theft by receiving property. Receiving stolen property is a charge. I've never heard of theft by receiving stolen property. Normally it's just possession of stolen property or receiving. But anyway, so, and that was probably one of the 7 years charged. So maybe he stole something from somebody, tried to pawn it. Let's see. Criminal interference with government property. That probably means one of his times in jail, he either tore up a toilet, or he broke something, or he kicked a windshield on a car, or he burnt down a police car. That could all be interference with government property that was pled down. But he got 5 years. And then obstruction of a law enforcement officer, well, you can get that by asking a cop what time it is. So everybody can get those. But we can see what's called a trend. We can see, Rick, you're profiling, and that's not, I'm not, this is behavior. Prior behavior is a good indicator of future behavior. Hence, perfect point in view. When he was contacted by the cops, he fought them. Obstruction of an officer, theft, family violence, false imprisonment, cruelty to children, simple battery. All these things show that prior behavior predicted that he would fight with the cops and use violence and pull their taser and shoot at them. Of course, we can't talk in reason, and we can't talk about things that are facts because somehow facts are racist now in the lying media, because in a country of lies, truth is treason. Well, in that there, on Mr. Rayshard Brooks, according to CNN, was shot while visiting his grandmother's grave because he fell asleep in a Wendy's. Did nothing wrong. Black Lives Matter. Well, in that there,